Hello everyone, welcome to our first ever video lecture, and in this video lesson our topics are the following. So I will be discussing the basic React Native components such as the view, text, image, button, input text, and scroll view component. Also, I'll be adding mga heads up na topics such as how do we directly integrate the syntax of our React Native app function and the basic styling overview. So the styling here is actually similar with CSS sa HTML na discussion or lessons niyo before, so I'm not really discussing it deeply in this video discussion. Okay, in my project Expo Demo 2, these are the directories included. So we have the Expo directory, the VS Code directory, assets, node module, and other important files. So I'm going to open the most important file of my project, which is the app.tsx. This is the root file of every project, so wag niyo yung i-delete. Okay, so as is lang ang file name niya. So when I say root file, this app.tsx is actually the entry point every time you run your program. So ibig sabihin, every time you run your program, whatever are the codes inside your app.tsx, ito yung i-render sa app natin. So here we have the import keyword, in which we're going to import here the different dependencies we want to use in our program. We can import text, view, alert, images, etc. And then followed by the export default function app. So in this function, this is where you write your components, which is inside the return function. So just don't mind the line 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll not discuss it in this video. So after the export default function app, inside it we have the return function. So all of your components should be written inside the return function, and then we also have the styles, the internal style. So that's for the app.tsx. Yun lang naman yung parts niya. So actually, I want to start our app.tsx as a blank slate, so I will be deleting later on mga unnecessary parts sa atong discussion. You can actually delete the second line na import, and also you can delete line 5 to 8. And we can also delete the components inside our return function, and also the styles, because I want to start everything from scratch, and we don't need those things because we have to create our own components or program. Okay, now we already have an empty canvas of our app.tsx. Okay, it is advisable that we use our export default function app as our dashboard, or kumbaga main app natin. So in this app, we're going to call all of other files that we're going to create. So for example, meron tayong login na file, and we also have a logout na file. So to perform this functionality, we're going to call them dito mismo sa export default function app natin. So yun yung purpose niya. Napaka-importante talaga ni export default. We're gonna do something muna dito sa default function app natin. Instead, we're going to create a login file muna. So when creating a login file, I don't want you, it's not advisable to create the file outside, in which isasali natin siya sa mga important files of our project. So instead, it's advisable for you to create a certain folder for your different functionalities. So here I will be creating a folder named app modules, and I'm going to add a file in my app module directory, which is ang login module.tsx. So from the label itself, so I am going to code here the login functionality. Okay, now we already have our login module. So here is a tip for everyone so that mas madali yung pagsulat natin ng syntax ni React Native. So you can use the rafc or rafc command. So just type the following, and as you can see, meron na siyang mga suggested na command. So let's choose the first one. Ayan. So once you click it, the following will be generated. So automatic na siya. And yung export cons na is nasa function name nakasabay. And then inside the return, you can write your code. Now let's try naman the rafc command. If we're going to click that one, so this will be the syntax generated. So as you can see, may difference sila, which is yung export default niya is nasa last part. But same lang naman siya ng functionality. You can write your code inside the return statement. So for now, we're going to use this one, yung rafc na command or syntax. So that's it for a tip on how to automatically generate your React Native syntax. So now, we already created our login module. So it's time for us to call it or access it in our app.tsx or root file. So of course, first thing to do is to import the login module by typing the following. So once na-create na yung file, you can actually just import it automatically. Madali lang. And then, after importing, we can actually now call the login module in our function. So make sure you're calling it inside the return statement by typing the following. So the arrow symbol, make sure closing and opening, and then yung login module, yung file na gusto natin tawagin. And now let's run our program. And as you can see, ayan, so na-render na yung login module natin inside our app.tsx. Now let's change the text. So I'm going to write hello world, refresh, ayan. So yun na yung output natin once we refresh our browser. Okay, next, let's proceed to our view component. So to use our view component, here in the automatically generated syntax, div yung ginagamit. So I'm not gonna use that. We're going to use a React Native component. So we have to import first our view component. You can actually import it manual typing like this, or you can actually do it automatically. So once you import it, you can now use the component. But mas madali yung automatic na pag-import. So let's delete it, and yung ganito lang yung automatic import. Type lang natin yung view component, and may suggestion siya. I-click natin yung suggestion, click enter, and yun, automatic na yung importing, and you can use now the view component. And you can even add styles sa loob ng view tag natin. Like, you want to set the background color, the padding, etc. Now, take note, dyan, as nakikita nyo, nag-error siya kapag dalawa yung view. Kasi, yung rule ni React Native, dapat meron lang siyang isang parent component. So, dapat isa lang yung naka-view. And then, all of your codes, if you want to add text, images, etc., inside the view, the parent component, which is here yung view. So now let's proceed to our text component. So just write the text component there, and make sure na i-import natin siya, because as you can see, may error siya. So kasi nag-error siya because hindi po siya naka-import. Ayan. So, naka-import na tayo. Wala na yung error. So, you can write your text inside the opening and closing component text. Once we refresh our, ayan. So, na-change yung text natin to login page. Now, we can actually style our text. So, here, I want to change the font color of our login page. So, to do it, we're going to use the inline styling. So, the inline styling, you're going to style inside the component itself. So, yung internal styling naman is, yung styling niya is you're going to use the style sheet command or component, and then you're going to group the styles together outside of the function. And then, meron lang mga keyword for each style that you're going to use. So, here, we set the style color to blue. Once you refresh, ayan, blue na yung font color niya. Next naman, we have the image component. So, of course, don't forget to import the image component. And make sure nasa loob siya ng parent component natin. And then, these are the following commands or keywords that we can use. So, we can use the, importante to siya. So, yung source na keyword, followed by equal sign, and then, just follow the following curly braces. And then, yung require, kailangan yan siya. Inside the require function is yung file directory of your image. So, itong first example ng image natin is accessing image na save as a local file. So, it is actually exported na inside our Expo demo file, and you can actually see the fave icon PNG in our file explorer. Nasa assets folder siya. And if you want to add some comments like what I'm doing right now, ganito yung pag-add ng comments sa React Native. Ayan, just follow this one now. Okay, now let's proceed to our next example for image. So for the second image, we're going to try to access an image from the internet. So same pa rin ng component. We're still going to use the image component. But wala na yung require na keyword. Instead, we're going to use the URI keyword. And we're going to style it. Yung kanina is, naglagay na ako ng style kasi kapag wala yung style, the image will occupy the whole screen. That's why yung width and height niya is 100. Same pa rin sa first example, width and height, I'm going to set it to 100. And then, followed by the source keyword of image. So, importante talaga yung source. Okay, just follow the what I'm doing. Source equals to double curly braces, and then yung URI na keyword, and then colon, and then single quotation, and then inside the single quotation is yung URL ng image na gusto nyong i-render on your page. So, as simple as that lang naman yung second method of image component, which is rendering images from websites. Okay, now let's proceed to the button component. So for the button component, all you have to do is, of course, import pa rin yung button. And then, inside the button component, don't forget na include yung title keyword in the component of button. Yung title kasi magsisilbihin siyang label ng button natin. And now, let's add an event sa button natin. So, let's say, if we're going to press it, dapat may mangyayari. So, may event. So, we're going to use the onPress keyword. But before that, lagyan muna natin ng color. So, yung default color of a button is yung blue. Very generic. So, if we're going to change the color, so all we have to do is I don't think curly braces one. I think it's double quotation kasi bakit nag-error siya. Ayan. So, let's try red. Let's see the output. Ayan, so it's double quotation pala. But if you don't want to use the color keyword, you can use style. So we can also use the hex method of setting the color. We can also use the RGB method. Okay, now let's proceed to the event. So gusto ko once you press the button, meron siyang mag-pop up na alert. So ito lang yung gagawin natin. So we're going to use the onPress keyword and then follow lang natin yun. Lagyan natin siya ng, inside the onPress, we're going to create an arrow function. And then call natin yung alert component, tapos followed by dot alert. And then open close parenthesis, single quotation, and then yung message that you want to be shown sa alert. Okay, so let's save our project and run. Okay, dito sa browser is wala siyang lumalabas na what do you call this? Alert. I don't know what happened, but kapag itry ko siyang itest sa Expo Go sa device, sa phone ko, meron naman siyang alert na lumalabas. So maybe it's the browser's fault. But anyways, at least functional siya sa phone. Now, let's proceed sa input text component. For the input text component, of course, import natin. Don't forget, para walang error. So, text input yung gagamitin natin na component. And for the text input, ito yung mga keywords na kailangan. So, we have the placeholder. Placeholder will serve as like a label of the text box. And then, you can actually just set the keyboard type. Ibig sabihin, every time i-click ni user yung text input, ano yung klaseng keyboard ang lalabas sa phone. So, let's just choose the default keyboard para naman we can type any symbols or letters or numbers. Okay, last, let's proceed to scroll view. Take note, guys, that yung scroll view is advisable to be a parent component. So, kasi para naman maging scrollable yung buong page. So, we're going to change our view to scroll view. So, yung parent natin is now scroll view. But, take note also na lalabas lang yung automatic na scroll view sa app natin kapag puno masyado yung page. So, ipuno na to itong page. I'll add a set of paragraphs. Okay, I'll add a text. Ayan. So, let's save and refresh our app. And as you can see, ayan, meron na siyang scroll bar automatically. So, observe the difference. I'm going to change it back to view, yung parent natin. And, ito yung mangyayari kapag hindi siya naka-scroll view ang parent. Can I check the output? From that to ganyan. So, ayan, walang scroll view and naka one line lang ang lahat ng text. So, it's not readable. It's not a good design. So, ibalik na to sa scroll view. Ayan, and refresh ulit natin. Let's see yan yung changes niya. May scroll view siya automatic. So I guess that's it for this video lesson. So thank you so much for your time, and yeah, that's it. Thank you. Bye.